and thank you for joining me today on my watercolor journey, and I hope it's our watercolor journey. I thought today would be fun to just kind of work on some doodles, some sketches, and this one caught my eye. It's a stamp actually that I have of a branch, and it's a real cutesy little stamp, and I thought, oh, I think I could add some pretty fall foliage to that and make it a fun fall doodle for someone. So this is about the exact size of the stamp. I just kind of started drawing it with my paintbrush, and so I wanted to just kind of mimic the shape and some of the details on it, but you can add the stems wherever you want, the leaves wherever you want. It can really just get your creative juices flowing, and so that's what I was hoping it would do for me. So I just put in my first round of brown and greens and just kind of placed and made the shapes that I was wanting for the little curly cues and the leaves and the wonkiness of the branch and things like that. As I go through, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on placement and making sure that I have everything in line where I want. And I'll go through here and there and add in some more detail with a darker color or just a higher opacity. And I wanted to do that here, just adding some texture to the branch, some darker color. And then for your foliage or your leaves or your flowers, you can add whatever color you want. I chose to stick to the warmer fall shades. A geranium lake would be a really pretty red. Burnt sienna is always a real pretty fall color. Cadmium red deep, anything that's got like kind of a warm tone, you know, light red, which is kind of always usually on the brown side, or Indian red would be really pretty, and then the yellows, you know, Naples yellow, gamboge is kind of an orangey yellow, and this is the part I'm most excited for, is the fine lining. I love to draw, and so I thought that this would be kind of a great blend of paint meets sketching, and I thought it would add a total different aesthetic to this watercolor piece. So I just went through and with broken lines outlined and created detail on the branch and in the flowers. You can get into the petals of the flowers, into the leaves, and create as much detail as you want. So I started by just outlining everything in just kind of a broken outline, just to see if I wanted to go any further with it, you know, how much more lining did I want to do. And I think it turned out really well. So I went in with some more detail on the branch, and I started by just doing lines, and then I thought, oh, I could kind of like round these out, and so I wound up making them kind of like ovals or long rounded rectangles, you know, just to kind of mimic the bumps and grooves in the branch. And just like I did on the branch, I wanted to bring in some darker detail in the petals of the flowers. And so I'm just kind of, with a thinner line, just kind of making those kind of vein accents, you know, in the petals. And really focusing most on the color. I wanted the color to really be strong and to come through. Especially with like the browns and the dark greens. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope yours turned out as lovely as mine did.